What is happening, everybody? This is the Animal Crossing Podcast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, with N64 Jen. How are you?
I'm doing great.
And we also have a very special guest today, Laidy. Hi, Laidy.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm pretty swell, trying to stay cool, summer heat.
That is true. Look, you guys are watching this on YouTube. She has got she doesn't look happy sitting in her chair in her army boots and her metal shirt.
This is my favorite reaction, the intense reaction, and that one or bewilderment.
there we go.
That looks great. That looks great. If you guys aren't watching this on YouTube, you should go take a quick peek. We're sitting on the beach, and I'm wearing my wetsuit and my snorkel because I don't like to change my clothes. It's like this is the one time I don't have to actually change clothes, so I'm not going to.
I, on the other hand, change my clothes at least twice a day.
You do. In fact, you should tell people
more.
That you have been documenting your outfit changing on your TikTok.
I have been.
Yeah, where can they see that?
Animal Crosser Jen.
Oh, good. She just looked at me like I should.
I'm like, I don't know my TikTok.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, I have been showing my daily outfit choices, which have been very different lately because I get a lot of rain and then the sun comes out and the rain comes back and
I have to change when it starts raining. I'm like,
right?
I have to go back to my house, put my raincoat on.
Yes, 100%. I have to too. And I always have to check before I visit someone's island what their weather is like.
Yeah, like before starting this show, she was
did.
Was it raining?
Gotta be prepared.
What can I wear? I'm like, I don't just wear a wetsuit. Then you stay dry in the rain and dry in the not rain.
So the best was the other night, though. I went to the Southern Hemisphere island in my wetsuit and barefoot.
Oh.
I might have had sandals on. So that was kind of fun.
Well, I don't know where Laidy's going. She's thinking about changing. I don't know.
I was going to take my sunglasses off because they were bothering me. But they won't let me.
Oh, sad.
I'm just staring at the palm tree leaf. I don't know what's going on with my guy. This has been an exciting week for Animal Crossing.
So exciting.
We've all been playing the update, so that's what this episode's going to be about. We're going to talk about the update, and there's actually been a couple updates because they put out the update, then some stuff got messed up, and then they had to fix it again. Which it happens. That's video games for you. We also before we jump into the meat and potatoes here, though, we got to tell you guys about our presets for Animal Crossing within Lightroom. So if you like to put pictures up on Instagram, you should go to I can't remember if I made the link for them or not. I can't remember what it is now.
I have them in the bio at Animal Crosser Jen on Instagram.
Okay, so there you go.
You can find them there for sure.
But we've had some people start picking them up and start using them, and their pictures are looking amazing.
Yes, they sent me some pics. It's awesome.
Yeah, they look really cool. So if you go over to at Animal Crosser Jen in her bio on Instagram, there's the link right there. And I'll have the link ready for next. I know it's n64josh.com/ I can't remember what off the top of my head. So, and it's not here in our notes. So super prepared, super professional. But so we've been playing the update and we have our first guest, which is super cool. So
fun.
Let's
I'm the first?
You're our very first guest.
Oh.
Yeah. She's still bewildered.
Exciting.
If you're watching the video, she's still bewildered. So, Laidy, give us a little bit of history with you and Animal Crossing.
Okay. Well, Animal Crossing. I always had an S. Sorry. So if I do that throughout the show, just kick me. I go back to preteens, GameCube days. We had picked it up on GameCube, and we got the guide, and we got it came with like the memory card. We got an extra memory card because I played with my aunt who I lived with, and we're like 3 years apart. I know, weird time gap for an aunt. But we would play it all the time. One summer, I think I was 12 or 13. No, I was 12. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, so it would get really hot, and my grandma had the side room that was all brick, and it didn't have AC in it, so we would just sit around in our chonies and rub ice on each other and play Animal Crossing all summer long, and then take turns. And then
awesome.
back then, you'd have to put opposite memory cards in to travel. To other people's islands.
Yep.
So that's what we would do. But I became obsessed with it then, and then I played City Folk and I never really actually got, and I played Wild World, but I never got into New Leaf.
Okay.
Really. So everybody gives me crap about never playing it. I had a character, I had a town, but I never really played it. And a big part of that was because I had just started playing Xbox and I was like into Destiny and just the whole, I started playing RPGs and stuff like that on other consoles and not so much my life sim games.
So funny because even though I was playing similar games, I still managed to put 300 hours into New Leaf. I don't really know how, but I did.
Yeah, and I look back on it and I'm like sad that I didn't play. I actually picked it up a month before this one came out. Again, like I bought the game again, and because I couldn't find my old one, I think I traded it in at one point. To like try to get some time into it, and I played it for a bit, and it was definitely good. It wasn't bad. I was like, I don't know why I didn't play this, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just had kids too. Like I was a new mom. I was trying to juggle gaming and kids and
yeah, for sure.
Good times. Well, that's cool. The cement room with the ice and Animal Crossing. Do you still have that old memory card by chance?
You know what? It's at my grandma's house. I have the book, the GameCube, and the memory card.
That's
over there.
Awesome.
She won't really let us have anything. She's like a hoarder. And she's like, no, this stays at my house. I'm like, okay, Grandma, wait till you die. Sorry. That was a little
wow. Have you fired it back up at all? Like when I came back in like 10 years after I hadn't touched it and they were like, how was jail?
Oh, it was so funny.
I have not, but that would probably be kind of a fun thing to do is go back in there. Two of my favorite villagers on my GameCube were Apollo and Ricky, and I'd like to see what they have to say to me after all this time.
Yeah, because they keep track. They know how long it's been.
Oh yeah, they will.
They do.
They will let you know when it was
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll ask you how jail was then. If they got some great comments. It's hilarious.
I kind of wish I still had my Wii so I could go back to City Folk because I really love that. I put a lot of time into that one as well.
Yeah. I feel like that's the one I played the least, but when we did turn it on and checked my time, that showed otherwise. So I must have just kind of forgot. But yeah, I've put a lot of time into all of the games. Probably more than I should admit.
So let's fast forward then to New Horizons. What as a seasoned Animal Crossing player, what are your thoughts on New Horizons and the way this game's turned out so far?
I love it. It's great to get back in there, and some of the things that I have a hard time with were kind of how fast you get to those end credits. That was kind of weird for me because it took forever for me to do that in like City Folk and stuff like that to get like the tree to grow. So that put me off for a minute. I didn't play, I want to say, for like 4 weeks.
Okay.
I would pick it up like for a little bit and then be like, there's nothing to do. And then another thing is once you do get to the 3-star, you get the terraforming. And I terraformed my island and then had insta regrets. And was like, oh, now I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah.
But I've slowly gotten back into it. At first, like I put in 400 hours the first month and a half. Like everybody was like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm like, no, I was playing like 19-hour days. Like I would wake up at 6 a.m. and not go to bed until like 1 a.m. just playing Animal Crossing.
We pretty much did the same thing. We're like, oh my gosh, we're like little kids. We never sleep. We've got to go to sleep.
Exactly. And my husband picked it up, so we would like play together and like just go back and forth to each other's island. And it was really fun. And I mean, I love what they did to it. There's things that I don't like, but overall, like it's really good. Especially now that they've added the water stuff, because that was something I didn't get to do in New Leaf. And I'm like, this is so rad.
Yeah.
I love jumping in the water and just swimming around. I'm excited to hopefully see like the Dream Suite and all of that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's great. I wish I could decorate my outside of my house more. I don't understand why that's not a thing. It feels like the old games, though, to me. So, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, we've both really enjoyed it too. It's one that like I end up, now that there's new creatures as part of this, like part of the update, to go out into the ocean and go swimming. Like that's what I find myself doing. Jen actually caught the one thing I have left for July, which was the viper squid yesterday. She ended up catching the giant clam for the first time yesterday, and she was struggling for like 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes. Yeah. And I just dived down on a big shadow and popped back up with it, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah. Uh-oh.
But the first one
you were struggling to get it?
It took me all over my island. It probably was a good 10 minutes.
You were chasing after it.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, that's happened to me a couple times.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating. It waits till you get right on top of it, and then it takes off again.
Well, it's so funny because the first time it happened, I thought I was just going crazy. So now it makes me feel better that it wasn't just me. I'm like, this thing is moving. I know that it's moving.
Well, the very first time, Josh is the first one that spotted one a few nights ago or a week ago, whenever. And he was.
We don't need to tell this story.
He was the one first going on a hunt, like chasing it, and he was getting all frustrated and into it. And then, so I'm kind of laughing at him. But then, at almost the same time is when I found my first big shadow that did the same thing to me. So we're both like sitting there trying to press as fast as we can, trying to catch it. It was
I was laying in bed, and then I'm like, funny. I need to sit up, and then like I'm trying to press the button as fast as I can, and I was like, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah. I'm gonna lose it. But thankfully they changed this game to where you don't. In New Leaf, if a large shadow could actually get outside the perimeter, and then you would just have to let it go. There was nothing you could do about it. And in this one, they stay within the gates or the little fences or whatever. So you're good to go. But I didn't know that initially, so I was like, oh no, this is a fast one. I don't want to lose it. Like, but we ended up being okay.
Proud of you.
But yeah, it was there was a little moment of frustration trying to catch it. That's for sure.
Do you have your Critterpedia full from like your fish and your bugs?
No,
I don't think.
No, I'm because I have that Southern Hemisphere island.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I'm fairly caught up on everything, but I haven't time traveled ahead to try to. I still want to wait for the. I like getting towards the end of the month and then being like, oh, I need to catch this still, you know,
I need to go do this. Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things that's fun to do with the game. And now that we're seeing more beetles,
I love that.
Yeah, and I keep scaring them off for some reason. I haven't been super great at catching them.
I am so bad at scaring the stuff on my trees off. It's horrible.
Yeah, I've been scaring them too, but I love seeing them because that was my favorite thing to do in New Leaf. Well, all of them actually, but we'd go to the island on New Leaf and spend hours there every night. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
That was the best way to make coins. Yep. So, or bells, I should say.
Bells, yep.
So
yeah.
Laidy, you also have an Animal Crossing podcast, yes?
I do, yeah. We haven't recorded in a while because my co-host kind of stopped playing when I stopped playing, and she hasn't restarted playing. So,
oh no.
We took a break there for a minute. Hopefully she gets back into it. I keep telling her, like, what I did was, and if anybody else is having the problem, is I like forced myself to log in like every day and try to like get something accomplished. And then as I did that, I was like, oh, I want to get more. So every day I wanted to do more and more. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm getting so close. What I was trying to accomplish, a month ago, because what happened was I destroyed everything, and then I had this idea, and then that idea, once I started, I'm like, I hate it, but I have no other ideas, so I'm just gonna stop playing.
Yeah.
Oh, should I just hit my mic? Sorry. Yeah, but it's really what I've been doing. So I told her to do that. Her birthday is this weekend, and I'm like, log in and have your animals sing you happy birthday.
She's got to at least get her birthday cake.
Yes, I'm like, at least log in and have them say happy birthday to you. My birthday was on March 21st, and that was the day after the game came out.
Yeah.
So my animals didn't do anything.
Oh, they didn't?
No, they said happy birthday, but I wasn't friends with any of them yet, so they didn't throw me a party or anything.
That's so sad.
Log in.
No,
I got a cake from mom, and that was about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for my birthday. I'm so excited.
That's really interesting because thinking back, like, because on my southern hemisphere, I've barely talked to the two animals. One of them actually is fenced in and can't really leave
I feel
her.
so bad for her.
Can't really leave her house.
What did you do?
It's just where we store everything for the catalog parties.
Yeah.
It's just,
She got to come out the other night when I had the catalog party, and she's walking around, and all of a sudden it dawned on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you poor thing. It's like she's like been in quarantine for the last 30 months and can't leave her house.
but like I haven't really spent much time talking to them at all.
Yeah, you
and
need
so
to friend them.
It's just funny that when you start the game, they didn't throw you a party because they hardly knew you.
Yeah, they didn't know me. Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is.
I mean, they said like happy birthday, like, oh, it's your birthday. That's cool. But it was like, they didn't throw me a party like everybody else is getting these cool parties. I'm like, oh, well.
Sad. Next year it's going to be a huge party.
Yeah.
I have noticed like an influx of gifts. Have you guys noticed that like since this last update, like I get a present from a villager in my mailbox like every day?
I have noticed that. Yeah. And I just wondered, I didn't really link that to the update. I just thought, oh, maybe we're better friends now. And I'm closer to getting their picture because
Maybe
I
that's
still
right.
don't have a picture yet. But yeah, maybe I have noticed it though. Yeah.
I don't check my mail.
Oh my goodness.
More gifts and also more things to do. Like they're asking me to do more stuff. And that was one of my other gripes because I remember in like the GameCube days and City Folk, like you had something to do like throughout the whole day. They'd be like, hey, go find me this fish. I really want this bug. And you'd have to go find it for them. And I don't feel like I get too many requests in this game. And I feel like that kind of puts a damper on what to do throughout the day.
I have read that is when you increase your friendship level, they will start asking for favors. So you may
maybe I just need to stop being a bee.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good though.
It's great. It's great. So we got to take the update for a spin. All of us were actually on Jen's island, having a little swimming party, trying to do some synchronized
Oh my goodness.
flips and diving. Jen, tell us about how you learned to flip. That was kind of fun, wasn't it? Like you would run to the edge, stop, and then jump. Run to the edge, stop, jump.
I'm
Right.
like, what in the world? I could not. Everyone's just running and flipping, and then there's me. I'm like, what is going on?
It took me a while to get the hang of it too. Don't worry.
Yeah. So you have to hold down B and then just quickly tap A. Don't take your finger off of B.
That's right.
And then you flip.
you
And
flip.
now, yes, it's so much fun. But oh my gosh, yeah. So we were having that party while I was streaming. So there's a stream delay, and we were all trying to jump at the same time, and it was ridiculously funny because we couldn't do it. So
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was great though. That was great
I have
fun.
not laughed that hard in so long. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a good time. And we're all trying to like angle, like we're all standing on the pier, like,
Yeah.
okay, ready? When we set the timer for 3 minutes, right? And then at like 10 seconds, somebody jumps off me and they're like, get back on him. I'm trying to run back to the pier. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. If you guys are only listening right now, we've just been visited by, is his name Biff? I think?
Biff.
Biff.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to comment on him. Like he's so interested in what we have to say. He's my favorite jock. And I'm just like, oh, look at him. I love him.
We should put extra chairs up sometime because they might come join us.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah.
That's something else I've noticed is, I don't know if it's related to the update or not, but I've actually been able to sit with my neighbors a couple times and get pictures with them, where usually I pull out my camera, like, because to see them
Stand up.
actually sitting in a chair is rare. Like sometimes they're sitting on the ground right next to a chair or a stool or whatever. So I've actually seen them sitting, and then they let me come and sit with them because I always pull my camera out because I take way too many pictures, but they've not been jumping up and running away. So that's kind of been fun.
I've been trying to take pictures like you. I'm like, I'm going to start taking pictures like Jen. And then every time I get my camera out, they're like,
They
oh
run.
no, peace out. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they totally do that. It's
Yeah.
like they know. I'm like, what is going on? You got to sneak up on them. But
Right.
so, yeah.
Well, and the other night too, you had 3 of your villagers just singing at the top of their lungs.
Oh my gosh. It was the
Oh.
cutest thing.
I love that.
It was
In the
so
square?
cute. Yes. And they
Do you
were.
have a thing out? Like
I-
a song thing, whatever?
I recorded a clip of it. I have not put it out for people to see it yet, but I do have it recorded, and it was just the cutest thing.
Oh yeah, she was going on and on. Like she would not stop. All I hear, like she cranked her switch all the way up. I could just hear these animals just
like belting it out, like their whole hearts they were putting into it, and they'd close their eyes and like they were into it. They were so into it.
I don't know if you know this, but you could throw like musical instruments in front of your square, or the microphone, or a radio, and they'll do it like way more often. Or they'll go up if you have the microphone next to the song or the whatever radio you have right there. They'll like sing along with the radio.
Oh, that's
that you
cute.
have, and it's super cute.
That's cute. I need to do that. Yeah, no, I have my little Rosie loves to sing, so she's almost always singing, but I don't very often see the others joining in, so I'll have to throw some stuff out there for them. Start their little band. Be pretty cute.
I just made a concert hall on my island, so a little concert area.
That's so fun. I
have one up on my little cafe area, but I don't see them up there very often because stuff's pretty tight. Like it's not real easy to navigate, so
yeah,
they may not interact with those.
I know. I love it when you see him interacting with a spot. Like I was working on a place in Eric's yard the other day, and he was totally checking it out. Like everything, he was watching what I was doing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it.
I was just walking by a bench, and O'Hare just runs past me as fast as he can and goes and sits down, just like Tammy did to me when I was working on it.
Yeah, Tammy did that too.
And I'm like, I wasn't even going to go sit there, but he was like making sure I didn't take his spot. Like, whoa. He just booked it past me and then sat down. So I went and sat next to him. We looked at the Stegosaurus or whatever I've set up there.
Great.
So...
Marina did that to me. I have a hammock out between like two things, and she was laying on it, and like I was trying to get a picture of her, and of course she like stood up, but I went up and I talked to her, and she was like, oh, I just love this hammock. It makes me feel like I'm at a resort. Now we just need to call somebody for a drink. And I'm like, oh my God, soul sister. Yes.
That is awesome. So cute.
That's great. Well, this last week I spent some time making a dig site that there's if you want to check it out, the video's up on YouTube, and I did some custom designs. There's looks like dinosaurs are in the ground, and there's a little brush, so it looks like you've been cleaning up the bones. I've also recently got videos up of my my like Japanese garden, and what was the other one that I thought there was two more. Now I can't remember off the top of my head. I thought there was another one, but maybe it was just the dig site and the Japanese garden I did at the same time. And so yeah, both of those are up. And another video that like I keep getting comments on, and people are like, I didn't realize this was going to turn into a therapy session, but I have a video up on YouTube about not getting overwhelmed by this game. And quite a few people it has really resonated with them. So if you're in that place where you just feel overwhelmed, and you're like, you see everybody else's islands on Instagram and stuff, and you're like, oh, mine doesn't look like this, and it's never going to get there. Like, go watch that video. It'll help you out.
Yeah.
It'll change your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the comments are hilarious. It's literally people are like, I was just looking for the design for these stones, and I got the therapy session I didn't know I needed. Like I was just cracking up. So
that's great.
Laidy, what are some of the things that you hope we see in New Horizons?
Quality of life changes.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Yep. Yes. We talk about those every week. What's something that you really, really want?
Number one thing that I would want is my crafting bench to take out of my storage.
Yes.
So I don't have to constantly go in and put wood in my backpack to be able to craft with it. That's my number one quality of life change.
I like it.
Yeah.
That would be huge.
That would be great.
I just don't understand if your closet understands why I can't my bench understand.
I know. I was so excited at the very beginning when we realized, oh, we can put lockers and all this stuff outside, thinking that was going to be the answer, and then it was just clothes.
It was not.
Like, what?
Just
why do I need to change my clothes out here?
Yeah.
So yes, I agree 100%.
Other than that, like I'd love to see the dream suite, because I didn't get to experience much of that. So I know people have talked about it coming, which is cool. I was really excited to see Red come, so that was on my list at the beginning, and now when he came I was like, oh, that's cool, he's back.
Have you seen Pirate Gulliver yet?
I have not, and I'm upset about it. I've seen regular Gulliver twice since the update.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I
Have you
wonder.
seen him?
I've not seen him, but I know somebody who has. So I know he's out there.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Broken has already seen him like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he time travels, so that makes
So
sense.
that doesn't.
Well,
I don't know if
yeah.
that counts.
Well, I will say that I time traveled last week to get my villagers' houses moved. Like I just went forward like 3 days and then went right back to my time, and then I felt bad about it.
And then you felt bad. That's rough though, waiting.
Yeah, when you're trying to move houses and stuff, it makes sense.
Yeah,
but
it's annoying, and just being like already at that point where I was like, oh, I'm overdoing this. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna suck it up and just time travel and get it done so I can move on and continue with my island and be happy.
Yes, I get that. Yeah. I think that's fine. I don't like to time travel and like see things I shouldn't be seeing yet, but to just speed along the building process, I think that's totally okay.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I don't like seeing it. My husband has a southern island and my kids have a southern island, and they're like, Mom, come to my island, and I'm like, okay.
I know.
And they're like, build a snowman with me. I'm like, I don't want to build a snowman on your island.
I know. I've been to the other one, but I will not catch anything. I won't do any of the stuff because I don't want to yet.
she didn't want to see any of the mushroom stuff. She doesn't want to see the. She's like, even the loading screen.
The mushroom stuff.
The loading screen shows the snow on the palm tree, and she's like, ugh.
I know. The first time I flew over,
bottom.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was snow. I didn't even thought about it until I got there. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to see this. I can't unsee this. It's terrible, but yeah.
And I've noticed that. I don't know if I kind of want to open my book and see, but I've noticed a few like furniture items that I don't remember or I haven't seen anywhere else, and I don't know if they came with the update, but I didn't remember seeing that in notes or anything. But we got that like summer globe thing that I sent you, and I'm like, this is so summery, and it just happens to be inside my shop right now.
Yeah So I mean, I think that's kind of exciting though if they start giving us a few. I mean, they give us clothes
little
with the
things.
season, so why not give us some new furniture too? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I've noticed like the beachy wear, the surf shorts, and the tank tops. More tank tops are showing up in my tailors.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
Yeah, it's fun. I know.
No, it's not. All you do is get mad because you don't have enough storage.
I know. It always just brings me back to why I keep giving me new things and not room to put it. But yes, no, it is fun though.
Well, you even started a second house just for storage, right?
I did. I mean, that wasn't my only reason, but it's definitely a benefit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely a benefit.
It'll work great.
But so you get the extra storage, but you do not get the extra design spots, which I was really looking forward to.
Yeah, I've been complaining about that on your stream a lot. Like, I'm so upset with the design stuff.
I totally am too. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that's something they help us out with because they gave us, like, it's such a beautiful option. Like, the creativity, like, there's so many possibilities. It's amazing and it's so fun, but then it's so limited. So it's like, come on.
And then it sucks because some of those designs take up like 4 or 5 spots.
Well, there's
if you want to.
Yeah, there's a path out that's pretty popular. I've seen a lot of people using on Instagram. It's 9 spots. I'm like, no, there's no way. I can't do it.
Yeah, the one that I sent you, like the old school, like GameCube path, and the empty dirt. I got all of those, and it takes up. It's like 10 spots for the paths and the little circles.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god, this is taking up so much space, but it's so cute.
I know. I wanted to use it. Yeah, yeah. It's rough. Yeah, for sure.
I'm actually currently sitting on a bag of chips right now. It's a pillow with my custom Tim's Cascades jalapeno chips. So,
I miss chips.
Yeah. We've also got the pizza towel in front of us. So, well, Laidy, this has been super fun. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell everybody where they could find you?
You can find me at Laidy_AF_ on Twitter. You can also find my Animal Crossing podcast on Gamer Loop Radio's feed. It is called The Enable Sisters. Other than that, you can find me on Twitch, but I don't really stream much. So it'd be the same thing, Laidy_AF.
coming soon, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully that's going to be a thing. Josh is pushing me towards it, so
Yeah.
we shall see.
And where can we find you?
I am at Animal Crosser Jen for all things Animal Crossing on Instagram, and Crosser Jen on Twitter, and then N64Jen on Twitch, and my Instagram, personal Instagram.
Well, there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
You guys can find me everywhere at N64Josh. Like I said, if you want to go check out the Animal Crossing videos, they're over on youtube.com/N64Josh. And the photo presets that we mentioned are over in Jen's bio on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for listening and or watching. And let us know if you are watching this on YouTube. Let us know in the comments what do you think of this new update? What do you think of the swimwear and the snorkels and doing flips? Do you love it as much as we do? Let us know there, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We didn't even talk about this one.